The city of Edinburgh was buzzing with excitement. For weeks, fans had circled the date on their calendars. An exclusive evening with Sam Heughan, the Outlander star whose charm, wit, and storytelling had captivated millions around the globe. His much-anticipated Cocktail Diaries night event, tied to the release of his new book, had sold out almost instantly. People had traveled from across Scotland, England, and even as far as Europe and North America, all eager to spend an intimate evening with the man they had come to admire not just as Jamie Fraser, but as Sam Heughan himself. But just as the stage was being set, and the audience's anticipation was reaching its peak, an unexpected announcement changed everything. The event was cancelled. The message arrived suddenly, spreading across social media like wildfire. At first, fans assumed it was some kind of mix-up or scheduling conflict. But then the truth emerged. Sam Heughan had been forced to cancel due to health issues. The words cut through the excitement like a knife. Fans who had been buzzing with joy just moments earlier were now united in shock, worry, and heartbreak. The cancellation wasn't just news, it was personal. For many, Sam's events are more than celebrity appearances. They are moments of connection, opportunities to see the actor they had followed for nearly a decade. To have that taken away, and to know it was because of his health, sent a wave of concern rippling through his devoted fanbase. Not long after the news broke, Sam appeared himself in a short, emotional message posted online. The man who so often appeared composed, strong, and brimming with charisma now looked visibly drained. His face was pale, his eyes weary, and his voice trembled with sincerity as he addressed his fans. "I'm so sorry," he began, pausing to steady himself. "This is the last thing I ever wanted to do. You know how much I love being with you all, sharing these moments, celebrating together. But right now, my health just won't allow me to be there." He broke off for a moment, the weight of his words pulling him down. Fans watching the video would later describe how their hearts ached seeing Sam, usually so resilient, on the verge of tears. This was a side of him few had ever witnessed, vulnerable, human, and hurting. "I promise you," he continued, his voice thick with emotion, "this isn't the end. I will be back. I just need a little time to recover. Please take care of yourselves as well. I never take for granted how much you all give me. I hope you can forgive me for tonight." By the time the video ended, Sam's eyes glistened with tears. The message was short, but it carried an enormous weight. In that moment, fans realized just how much he had been carrying on his shoulders, how much he had pushed himself to meet their expectations. The image of Jamie Fraser, indomitable, unyielding, was replaced by the reality of Sam Heughan, a man whose health had finally demanded his attention. The reaction was immediate. Social media lit up, not with anger or disappointment, but with an outpouring of love and support. Fans posted messages with hashtags like #GetWellSam and #WeLoveYouSam, flooding Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook with words of encouragement. Many shared personal stories of how Sam's work had helped them through difficult times, and now it was their turn to return the favor. For some, the cancellation was a painful reminder that even their heroes are not invincible. Sam Heughan had always seemed larger than life, running across battlefields in Outlander, scaling mountains in Men in Kilts, juggling acting, producing, writing, and even launching his own Spirits brand. But now, in the quiet honesty of his apology, he was no longer the untouchable star. He was a man, exhausted and in need of rest. The disappointment of missing the event was real, but fans quickly turned their focus to what mattered most: Sam's well-being. As one fan wrote, "We didn't buy tickets for a cocktail demonstration. We came for Sam, and if Sam isn't healthy, then nothing else matters." This sudden turn of events revealed something profound about the relationship between Sam and his fans. It wasn't just transactional. It wasn't just about appearances and autographs. It was about connection, loyalty, and empathy. When he broke down in front of them, they didn't turn away. They leaned closer. For many, the cancellation wasn't a loss, it was a moment of truth. A moment where they could finally give back even a fraction of the care and love Sam had shown them over the years. They had cheered him on through his triumphs, and now they would stand by him in his struggles. As Edinburgh settled into the night, the stage that was meant to showcase laughter and celebration stood empty. But the hearts of Sam's fans were full of compassion, full of concern, and full of hope that their beloved actor would soon find his strength again. News of Sam Heughan's cancellation spread quickly, and while fans rallied around him with messages of love, one person's reaction touched them more than anything else: Caitriona Balfe. For over a decade, Caitriona has not only been Sam's co-star in Outlander but also his partner in crime, his confidant, and one of his closest friends. Together, they've portrayed one of television's most iconic love stories, and their real-life bond has always been described as something beyond love. But when Sam's health forced him to step away from his long-awaited Cocktail Diaries night, Caitriona's response reminded everyone just how deep their connection runs. When she first heard the news, Caitriona was said to be overcome with emotion. According to those close to her, tears welled in her eyes as she realized how much pain Sam must have been in to make such a decision. Sam is known for his dedication. He rarely cancels appearances, no matter how demanding his schedule gets. For him to pull out at the last moment, Caitriona understood that his condition must have been truly serious. Later that evening, Caitriona took to social media with a heartfelt message. "Sam gives so much of himself to everyone," she wrote. "He works tirelessly, and he never wants to let anyone down. But right now, what matters most is his health. We all love him, and we just want him to take care of himself. The events will come later. His well-being comes first." Her words struck a chord with fans who were already reeling from Sam's emotional video. Seeing Caitriona so openly protective of him melted hearts across the globe. Comments poured in. "This is why we love them both. Their bond is so genuine." Others echoed Caitriona's sentiment. "Sam has given us so much. Now it's time we give him space to heal." Behind the scenes, Caitriona reportedly reached out directly to Sam, offering her support not as a co-star, but as the family he had chosen along the way. Friends close to the pair said she was determined to make sure he didn't feel guilty for letting fans down. "You've carried us all on your back for years," she told him privately, according to one source. "Now let us carry you for a while." For longtime followers of Outlander, this moment crystallized what they had always suspected: that the relationship between Sam and Caitriona goes far beyond the scripted romance of Jamie and Claire. While fans often speculate about the nature of their connection, what has always been undeniable is the strength of their friendship. In times of triumph, they cheer for each other. In times of struggle, they hold one another up. As word of Caitriona's emotional reaction spread, fans began sharing old clips of the duo supporting one another over the years. Press interviews where Sam praised Caitriona's talent, or panels where Caitriona defended Sam against harsh criticism. These moments, once viewed as charming tidbits of co-star chemistry, now took on deeper meaning. To fans, they were proof of a bond forged not just through work, but through loyalty, respect, and unwavering care. The fandom's response was swift and unified. Hashtags like #GetWellSam and #WeStandWithSam began trending, often accompanied by messages tagging Caitriona to thank her for being his anchor. One fan wrote, "Sam and Caitriona are the heart of this community. We love them on screen, but we admire them even more off-screen for the way they show up for each other." In many ways, Caitriona's visible support turned what could have been a moment of despair into a reminder of hope. While Sam's breakdown had shaken his fans, Caitriona's reaction reassured them that he was not alone, that he had someone who understood him better than anyone else, standing firmly in his corner. Industry insiders also noticed. One journalist covering the cancellation noted, "Caitriona's reaction underscores why their partnership has anchored Outlander for so long. Their chemistry is undeniable, but it's their trust in each other that makes them extraordinary." For Sam, knowing Caitriona was there must have been a comfort. For Caitriona, watching Sam at his most vulnerable was heartbreaking, but it also showed the depth of her care. As one fan poetically put it, "Jamie Fraser may always be there for Claire, but in real life, it's Caitriona who will always be there for Sam." By the end of that emotional day, What lingered wasn't just sadness over a cancelled event. It was a deeper appreciation for the fragile humanity behind the fame. Sam Heughan, the strong and charismatic star, had shown his vulnerability. Caitriona Balfe, his steadfast partner on this journey, had responded with love and tears. Together, they reminded the world that strength doesn't mean never breaking down, it means having someone there to catch you when you do. As the fandom continues to wait for Sam's recovery, one thing has become clear. His health matters more than any event, and his fans, and Caitriona, will always stand by him. In the end, this wasn't just a story about cancellation. It was a story about compassion, loyalty, and the kind of bond that truly is beyond love.